If this kind of man is in your life, well, time to run away. If you don't have running shoes, you can come borrow mine so that you can run as far away as you can from this type of man. Hello ladies, welcome to another video. My name is Ayanime, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something a bit different, okay? Because this video is about certain men that you have to run away when you see them, or if after watching this video you find out that somebody who is interested in you or somebody that you are dating is one of these types of men. Now, I am not a relationship expert, okay? I need to put out that disclaimer, but I believe that there are certain things that we can all agree on and say, okay, yes, this is the truth, this is right, we need to avoid these kinds of men, and that is what this video is going to be about. It doesn't matter if this is somebody you've been talking to for a week or somebody you've been dating for a few months. You have to make the tough decision, because at the end of the day, if any of these men I'm going to mention is someone that is in your life, well, you deserve better. So before we start, if this is your first time, do subscribe, because I empower you through videos on femininity, etiquette, and elegance. You're going to find yourself improving one video at a time. But if you are already a subscriber, thank you for being a part of this community. Let's get into the video. The first type of man you want to avoid is the stingy man. Yes, we're going to start with that one. Listen, when you love somebody, you want to take care of them. You want to provide for them. You want them to be okay. You want them to be happy. And stinginess is not necessarily about money. It can even be their time also. I'm a Christian, and my pastor always says, God so loved the world, he gave. You have to give. And it goes both ways anyways, but this video is about the men, okay? So if you find out that somebody you are with is very, very stingy with their resources, with their time, especially when they can help you, because I understand life happens. He may not be able to help you. He may not be in a position where he can do anything. But if he can and he refuses to help you and is stingy when it comes to money, you need to run away, my dear, beautiful lady, because a man that is stingy to you is another person's ATM. Most times, yes. Another aspect of stinginess that men are now using that I really, really hate is feminism and independence. But you're a feminist, so you can do it. But you say you're an independent woman. Why should I do it? Any man that says these things to you, especially when it comes to financial resources, is not the kind of man you want to entertain. Trust me. Because he is just using these two things as an excuse to not put in effort, to not do anything. He wants to do the barest minimum. He's using those words to manipulate you. So you need to be with somebody, or you deserve to be with somebody who is willing to take care of you, because you deserve it. Now, number two. The second type of man you want to avoid is the liar. The one that just lies about everything. And most times they're often terrible liars, because you catch them, you ask them something today, they say one thing, and then tomorrow you ask them that thing again and it's a different thing that they're going to tell you. Some call it white lies or a lie of omission, whatever the term is. If you notice that a man that is pursuing you, or a man that you are interested in, or somebody you are with, if you notice that they lie a lot about everything, about anything, that is, he's a pathological liar. Like about what they do, what they can afford, who they are, who they know, even the things that are not necessary, they just lie about it. Do you really want to be with that kind of person? Well, I hope not. Then you need to run away, because in the long run that is going to affect your mental health, and it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. Like I said in my previous videos, we are leveling up this year, and our love life is one area that we are going to level up, that you are going to level up on. And being selective about your partner is an important part of leveling up. Number three, the man that talks anyhow. I really don't know how to describe this type of man, but when you see him, you know him. He talks anyhow, crass and crude. If you notice that the man that you're with just talks anyhow, talks to people anyhow, doesn't know how to be diplomatic, doesn't know how to communicate properly, he thinks that he can say anything and get away with it, you may need to reconsider being with that kind of person. Because in today's world, especially with the way things are going, it is important to learn the skill of diplomacy. It is important to know how to talk, how to communicate with people, how not to say everything that you're thinking of, whether good or bad. And the worst part about this type of people is that the more you try to tell them, oh, what you said is really wrong, don't say that. There are people here, they become defensive. I can say whatever I want to say, who cares? They should get out. No. You don't need that kind of person. Honestly, you don't. Except that's what you like, but I really hope that's not what you like anyway. So the man that talks anyhow is the one we run from also when we see him. Now number 4, and number 4 is the inconsistent man. This is something I dealt with and I hated it because inconsistency will put you in an emotional state that makes you feel like you're going crazy. It's like a roller coaster ride. The highs and lows are too many and you find that you're not happy. Inconsistency manifests itself in different ways. It could be today they love you, tomorrow they don't. Today they're warm, tomorrow they're cold. Today they're available, tomorrow they're not. They make promises they can't keep. They make you depend and hunger and hope in the promises they've made to you, but they never follow through, gaslighting you with that inconsistency. And if you are watching this video right now and you find out that there's somebody in your life that makes you feel this way, well, it is time to find strength from deep within you and walk away, because you want somebody who is consistent. I mean, I understand that life happens. Of course, life happens. And he may not be able to give you 100% of his attention, maybe depending on work, or he's busy, or he has an engagement. I get that. That is okay. But when a man is inconsistent throughout a particular period of time, nothing important is going on in his life. He's just inconsistent in everything he's doing. If this kind of man is in your life, well, time to run away. If you don't have running shoes, you can come borrow mine so that you can run as far away as you can from this type of man. Number 5, the emotionally unavailable man. Emotionally unavailable people are difficult to deal with, especially if you want your emotional needs to be taken care of in a relationship. Because let's be honest, different strokes for different folks. There are women who are comfortable because they themselves are not very emotionally available. But if this is something that is important to you, you want a partner who can take care of you emotionally, then you have no business dating the man that is emotionally unavailable. This is what it looks like sometimes. They don't know how to give love or receive love. They can be unavailable, literally unavailable. You can try to reach them for days and they won't even talk to you. And when they finally do, they blow it off like it's nothing, it's normal. They don't want to talk about deep or emotional things. Everything is surface. They see emotions as weakness. They see vulnerability as weakness. They don't share what they're going through with you. They don't open up their self to you. They're closed off. If you know that you are an emotional being who wants your emotional needs taken care of, then if you find yourself with this type of man, run away. Because you may think that this is something that you can endure, but trust me, as somebody who has had this experience, in the long run, you feel like something is missing. You become frustrated because that need is not being met and it's not a good position to be in. So this type of man, this is another type of man that we're going to run away from in this year, 2022. Ladies, if you're enjoying this video so far, I would love you to like it, because when you like this video, you're going to make it visible to ladies such as yourself. Now, number 6. The controlling man. This is the man that wants to control what you wear, what you do, where you go to, the people that are your friends. They want to control every aspect of your life. And you find yourself having to battle with them, fight with them every time for control, especially control over certain things you believe you should have control over. If you find yourself having to fight with that person over and over for these kinds of things, then you need to run away from that kind of person. Because the thing about controlling people is they're often always narcissistic also. They feel like everything is about them. They know the best. They can control you and manipulate you and close you off from people who are important to you, from your loved ones. They can cut you off from people that can actually give you support if you need it, because they want you dependent on them. If you notice these kinds of signs in somebody you're dating, it may be time, not even it may be, it is time to run away. Yes, it is. Number 7, the cheater. Everything that is feminine or wears a skirt, he wants to run after. And he doesn't really care whether you catch him or you don't catch him. Is normal. This is how I know I'm a man. The common excuse is, I'm an African man. I can have as many women as I... No. We're not entertaining that. So if you notice that your partner is the type of man that cheats often and often, and you keep enduring it, you need to ask yourself if that is what you deserve, because you cannot be giving 100% of yourself to somebody and they're sharing their own 100% to different people all over the place, okay? You deserve better. So if you can see certain red flags, because this is the truth, your instinct will always tell you something is wrong. Once your instinct starts screaming at you and you confirm that this is who that person is, then you need to run away. Because you do not deserve to be with a man who cheats on you. You deserve to be with a man who loves you wholeheartedly and wants to be with only you and knows that you are this amazing woman in his life who is making everything wonderful. Number 8, my personal favorite, the ghost. This is the one that maybe you go on a great date with, you've been talking to each other for a couple of weeks or even dating for a few months, and he just disappears. Stops picking your calls, stops talking to you, and becomes unreachable. And then maybe a month later, a week later, 2 weeks later, they pop up, they resurrect and come back and tell you, oh, I'm very sorry, I had work, or, life happened, I needed space. You should have no space in your life for somebody like that, because that space they gave you, they disappeared, should have been the time for you to, level up and meet other people and go out with other people. So if somebody who ghosted you suddenly resurrects and wants to come back into your life, you need to tell them they should go back to wherever they're coming from. Because somebody said something to me a couple of months ago, somebody that I was talking to, he made a comment that I'm going to share with you ladies so that you see how certain men think and you can guard yourself in this particular regard. He said to me that he never ever tells a woman it's over. He will never, because he can just stay maybe after 2 or 3 weeks and wants to go back so that he can still go back. There will still be a door open for him to go back. And I felt like, what? So that is what some of these people do when they ghost you. They disappear. They don't tell you anything. They don't say anything definitive because they are hoping that that door will remain open when they come back. So if this has happened to you, is happening to you, will ever happen to you, God forbid, shut the door and keep it shut. They have no business coming back into your life. Number 9, the unambitious man. This is the one who is, for want of a better word, comfortable. No particular drive to succeed, no particular ambition to do better, to succeed, to want better for himself, to strive for better. He's just comfortable with a mediocre life. Now, there's a bit of a difference here, because there are people who are comfortable with a normal life. If this is who you are, then it's fine and good. Like I always say, there's a lead for every pot. But if you are an ambitious, young, high-value woman who wants to succeed, who wants a life of luxury, who wants to always strive for better, and you find yourself with a man who is like this, very mediocre, very comfortable, no ambition, you really do have a tough decision to make, because people like this can dim your light. They can dim your drive. That spirit in you that wants you to strive and do better, they can snuff it out. Don't forget, you are a collection of the people you spend time with. So if you are ambitious, you don't want to be with somebody who is unambitious. And finally, this is a very sensitive one, and that is the abusive man. This goes beyond physical abuse to emotional and verbal abuse. Somebody who says demeaning things to you, makes you feel worthless, doesn't respect you, doesn't think you're worthy of anything. You've got to run away. honestly. Jokes aside, I mean, I've joked about the other ones, even as I'm passing my points, I'm making a joke about it. This is serious. You need to run away from somebody like that. Personally, I even think that verbal and emotional abuse is even worse, because verbal and emotional abuse will affect your self-esteem, self-value, self-worth. You would feel like you don't deserve any good thing in life. Somebody can say these things to you over and over and over and over again that you start to believe it. You deserve better. I know how hard it is I may not know, because let me not say that. I mean, I understand how hard it is to walk away from situations like this, but I hope that after watching this video that you will pray to God for strength to walk away from any man who makes you feel worthless, who abuses you, whether emotionally, physically, or verbally, because you deserve a man who will never ever make you feel worthless. So there you have it, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned something new, and the next time you see any of these men, you're going to run so that you can open up yourself and open up your life and your world to the right partner who is deserving of you. Do like, subscribe, share, comment, and turn on post notifications so that you do not miss any new video that I upload. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Share with me other type of men you believe we should all run away from. As always, be kind to yourself. Very important, absolutely important. Speak love and light and kindness into your body, your soul, and your spirit. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.